I'm Dean Takahashi, the lead writer for GamesBeat at VentureBeat and organizer of the GamesBeat events. I'm here for the fourth time now with Chris Hewish, President and Interim CEO of Xsolla. Hello, Chris. Happy to do another GamesBeat Xsolla episode with you today. And tell us about Xsolla's latest product lineups here. I think we want to start with the headless checkout.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dean. And in the spirit of October and Halloween, of course, we will kick off with headless checkout, a little reference to the headless horseman. So, at Xsolla, we're always looking at ways that we can bring more value to our partners and help them engage in better commerce and better relationships with their players. And one of the things that we've introduced now into our flagship product, PayStation, is this thing called headless checkout. And PayStation is our flagship product. It's what most people know us by. It's where developers and gamers transact and do business. And to date, we've had a number of customization options when you're integrating PayStation into your game. But those have really been based upon pre-made templates or UI that is kind of given to you as the developer. With headless checkout, for the first time ever, you have, as a developer or game maker, you have complete flexibility to customize your PayStation user experience. And what that means is you can put your own assets in place, create your own customized receipts, your own checkout flow, your own visuals. And this is important. You might ask, why is this important? Well, it's important to the player, to the end consumer, because for them, what it means is finally their experience when they look to buy something in your game or off of your website or wherever you're doing a transaction. To the player, it feels like just a natural part of your game. And you can make that feel very organic, and that increases the conversion, reduces an element of friction. We're all familiar with going to buy something online or in a game or on a website or an app, and you have this sort of window pop up that takes you out of the moment, takes you out of the game and the experience. Well, with headless checkout, you actually can customize all of that. So to the player, it feels like they're still in the game, and that removes a big friction point and just not only creates a better experience, better branded experience for the user, but it also increases just the engagement and the transactions and commerce that you're able to do with them.
Yeah, it's very jarring to get those pop-ups and sort of wonder where am I going now? And I guess with what you guys are doing here, it feels a lot more like your in-game purchase is really in-game.
Exactly, it really does. And this is kind of the final piece for us of three different types of offerings when it comes to the UI and the UX in PayStation. We have what we call hosted checkout, which is fully developed by Xsolla, offers ready-to-use UI that, if you're a developer, you can just put that in and put it up quickly. We have components checkout, which requires the developers to work with us a little bit and provide some choice around how the UI is customized and laid out. And then now we have headless checkout, which is truly the freedom is for a developer to really just use APIs, plug them in, put their own UI, create their own UX around it, and just make a great experience for their players. And, we've seen that there's some great statistics out there where in some cases it's shown that companies that have more personalized experiences can see up 40% more engagement from users, sometimes upwards of 18% increased sales. And this is just from general e-commerce, some of the data points that go into why it's important to have your own customized, your own sort of branded or brand aligned checkout flow. So really excited about that. And I think it really puts us a notch sort of above a lot of the competition out there and provides just the best full stack solution for any game business that's looking to do commerce directly to the players themselves.
So with a little extra effort by the game company, they can get a real improvement in monetization.
Exactly. And, I think a lot of monetization and acquisition people would love this, product managers. You could also start to, potentially even A/B test different checkout UIs and see, what works better than other things, theme it for holidays, whatever it is that you want to do, make it regional, really localize it, not just from a text standpoint, but even culturally. You could start to localize those assets to really, really lean into your players, who they are, where they are, and give, again, that best experience overall, which we know always increases, the conversion at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And then I guess you have a new Xsolla mall as well, and this makes me think of the metaverse a little bit here. It's more than just one store.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we're pretty excited about Xsolla Mall, and what this is. It's really a new online destination for game developers and for influencers. And what it means is it's truly a mall. And you think of a mall where you have many, many different offerings and opportunities under one roof. Well, here with Xsolla Mall, it allows our game partners and influencers to create dedicated landing pages where they can send players directly to these pages, and the players get a whole variety of options depending on whatever the developer or the influencer wants to provide. There's also a front-end landing page, which is the mall itself, that's up and running now, where people can go to x.la and you'll see between what's on the front page as well as what's on the cloud integration, nearly 50 games are already there. And they range everything from being able to get a game directly through this and buy it directly for the developer. What's great there is they're avoiding really all of the extra platform fees. They just have the one fee, the small fee that we charge, which is 5%. There's top-up pages where if you want to go in and you have a mobile game or you have a game where you just want to add to your account, there's some games that provide top-up pages here. There's also drops where there are unique or custom items that you can grab if you go and look at those. So Rise of Firstborn is one that has a top-up. There's Civilization 6, which you can go and buy there now. Life is Feudal has a free drop. So this is really cool because now, like I said, in one place, you combine everything. You combine kind of a digital distribution, store. You combine drops like you were doing at Amazon Prime. You have top-ups like if you were in an online marketplace for mobile games. And it just provides a whole new way for our partners to engage directly with their players. They can create branded experiences around their own landing pages. So you don't even have to go in through the front of the mall. You can go straight to a store or to a page, get direct relationships with your players. And what's really cool is it also works not just with developers, but for influencers. So influencers can create their own branded pages that have their own offers and drive players directly to their page. And then we handle all of that attribution and all of the payouts that go along with it. So the mall is our first sort of direct-to-consumer B2C offering, includes a lot of our technology, also our partner network, and we're pretty excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So the creators then they can select all the places where they have deals and have those show up in their mall, I guess, and all at the same time.
Exactly. And what's really great for for developers is that we know they'll see higher conversion. I think the stat we have is about 68% of players are more inclined to convert to a transaction if they go to a customized page with special offers. But then for, like you said, for the creators, it's great because it creates this marketplace. A data point that I'm looking at here, 74% of influencer followers that are surveyed are willing to pay more for quality media and products. And that quality is often sort of signaled by having a branded page that the influencer, is all over, right? So if the influencer is actually presenting this themselves, it creates much higher chance of conversion, which helps everybody. The players get cool offers, the developers get more users, and the influencer, gets more sort of payouts for helping to drive sales.
And it's interesting. The fee here is 5%, and it's not 30% like the app stores charge. And I remember Matthew Ball's
Yeah.
book on the metaverse, and he was talking about how if the 30% fees stay in place, then we're really not going to ever get to the metaverse. We're just going to not have people have enough to reinvest in future technologies, and so it is interesting that your mall or your sort of version of the metaverse here could be something that helps us get to reinvestment, and then also uh, better metaverses in the future.
Yeah, you're 100% right, Dean. And I think there's a great example of that is, I've been talking about how this mall has developers with their games and everything, but it also has influencers. Well, with more, money on the table for a developer to work with, they can now afford to do custom drops, custom items, maybe work more with influencers, do all of that and still remain below, spending, at the end of the day, less than that 30%, right, overall. And it's created a much better experience for the players and the community and gotten many more people involved. So I think you're right. It allows for much more flexibility, much more kind of cross promotion with other brands, other communities, because you have that extra money that you can spend and put into it, which at the end of the day is just better for everybody. It's better for the players, better for the community, the developers, the content creators, and that's powerful. And then also, one thing that I've talked about a lot with our web shops, which also applies to the mall, is the fact that you get access to just the biggest possible variety of payment options out there. And a lot of the third-party platforms still have fairly limited reach when it comes to payment options globally. And that has a real meaningful impact on your game business because it helps to convert more players to payers who in a lot of countries may not be able to actually buy something in your game because they don't have a payment method that's offered by the platform. And we've seen a big lift on the web shops. We expect the same type of lift with the mall with that extended reach. So a lot of benefits. And then you get into all the e-commerce power of being able to do bundles and special promotions, limited time offers. It just becomes a very powerful tool that we're putting into the hands of our developers and our partners so that they can really just expand their businesses and get more reach, better relationships with their players.
And I guess you get a better browsing experience or shopping experience for the players, and they're maybe more likely to find something that they want.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And then, tell us about this expansion into new technologies that are going beyond commerce, beyond the normal business of Xsolla.
Yeah, Dean, this is really exciting. So for a long time, Xsolla has really been known for all of the different products and solutions we create to help sort of the business of games, which really has been around payments and game commerce and creating some other things like login systems and launchers and things like that. We have been dabbling for a while, but now we are really leaning into expanding the products that we offer beyond just commerce. So we've embarked on a number of acquisitions that I'm not quite ready to announce yet, but we will be announcing in the near future. But these acquisitions, there's several companies already that we have coming in, and we're onboarding and integrating with them now. And these things are helping us expand into the areas of game tech, backend services, live ops, cross-platform play. They're helping us when it comes to increasing the work with marketing and user acquisition. So a lot of really exciting things that are all in that spirit of helping any game company with everything they need for their game business to go direct to their players. So this is a big focal point for us going forward. And I'm really excited because it just is part of our continued evolution to really offer everything that we can to help our partners run and grow their businesses. And I always like to talk about the 3 R's, right? It's revenue, it's reach, and it's relationships. And these acquisitions are really helping us with round all of that out. So I'll be excited to talk more about that in the coming months, and really encourage everyone to keep an eye out, or if they want to reach out directly, we can start talking more sort of directly about that.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like, with modern games, different approaches to monetization really matter, and live services has proven itself as a sort of a path to long-term retention of players. If you keep updating and giving them something new every week, then they have reasons to come back. And
precisely, exactly. That's part of building that relationship with the players. And when it comes to the developers and the business side of things, we really want to help everybody just take control of their own business, right? And it's great to work with the different third-party platforms and engines that are out there and all of that. And everyone should obviously, that's a great part of business, but we really see an opportunity to expand everyone's business and help people take more control and go direct. And that's what this is all part of. So, almost a white label solution for anything you would need to run your business once you've made the game.
And I guess you're also working with helping companies connect with talent out there, influencers and creators.
Absolutely. So we have something called Partner Network, which we've had for a while, and that's sort of rolled into not only part of what we talked about with Mall, but some of this new expansion that we've done around the marketing and user acquisition side, where we really are creating an environment where we can bring the game developers and influencers together and allow them to work together at scale. And then we handle just all of the intricacies of how the campaigns that are put out there, the attribution, the payouts, just all of the things that go into making that relationship work. And, for me personally, I've been watching this for a while. I think we're all noticing the rise of not just influencer marketing, but influencer publishing now. And, it really is an important part of reaching the players out there when you're trying to get your game message out. And we want to make sure that we're providing those tools and that, those products to our partners so that they can really take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys have to keep adding services if you want to stay relevant.
Absolutely. So what is it? Evolve or die kind of thing. But no, it's really important to us that we're always growing the business. And at the end of the day, our primary objective is to really help our partners achieve whatever their goals are and create opportunities for them to be able to succeed at their business. And, we see a lot of opportunity beyond just commerce, but really in that game tech and the marketing and acquisition side of things. And, we want to make sure we're there for our partners.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, I guess you want to tell us about this PayPay partnership. I guess this is something
Absolutely.
that comes from your efforts in Japan, right?
It is. So PayPay, not only is it just fun to say, but PayPay is, if people don't know, it is one of the largest payment methods in Japan. 55% of Japanese consumers use PayPay. It's a huge integration for us. It's a big part of us entering the Japanese market. I believe the last time you and I spoke, we had announced that we had opened an office there and we were starting to help developers do business in Japan and conversely help Japanese companies do business more globally. Well, a big part of doing business within Japan is working with PayPay. It's a cutting edge payment service, and we're really excited to be integrated with that now and have that as an offering. And we have a number of partners that have already started using it, and it's a really important piece of doing business in Japan.
Mm-hmm. And I guess having visited Japan recently, it feels like the Japanese consumers they have a billion choices of things, and they have very different ways of paying, I guess.
They really do. I think, when you were there, Dean, did you see, like, one of the things PayPay is really good about is it has a QR code based payment method. It has 45% of the QR code payments market over there. Did you experience that when you were?
Yeah. It became just very easy to do things like re-up your subway card and things like that. And it's so much
Exactly.
easier. Yeah.
So, so that's a good example of PayPay allows for these types of QR based interactions, which creates even more opportunities, right? For whether it's marketing or for topping up or whatever it might be. So again, we're really excited. They're an amazing company. We're really honored to be able to work with them and provide that solution or that payment method to all of our partners globally who might want to launch their game or their app in Japan.
Mm-hmm. So you're getting some payoff from opening the office in Tokyo.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool.
And I'm excited. I'll be going over to visit Tokyo in a few weeks. So I missed Tokyo Game Show. Our team was there. They had a great experience. But I'll be going out in a few weeks to visit a few companies there, and really looking forward to that.
Oh, very good. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Chris?
No, I think we kind of covered it. I always appreciate the chance to talk with you and share with your audience the various things that we're working on. And, I appreciate everyone taking the time to listen. And our goal always is to really help our partners grow their businesses. And like I said, increase their revenue, increase their reach, and improve their relationships with players. And that's what we're here for. So thank you for giving me the chance to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching and listening here, and head over to GamesBeat.com for our latest stories and word about our upcoming conferences as well. So thank you. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Dean.